Sir Edward Kelly, also known as Edward Kelly or Edward Talbot, was born on August 1st, 1555, in the county of Worcestershire, England. Details about his early family life, parents, and education are scarce, and there is much debate and uncertainty regarding these aspects of his background. It is believed that he may have received some education, but the specifics are not well documented. Edward Kelly's early life remains shrouded in mystery, and not much is known about his upbringing or family circumstances. His later activities in the company of John Dee would come to define his historical significance. Edward Kelly's association with John Dee was a critical juncture in his life, and it would shape the course of his future endeavors in the realm of the occult. The exact circumstances of how Kelly and Dee came into contact remain somewhat mysterious. It is believed that they met in England, and their meeting was likely facilitated by mutual interest in the occult, alchemy, and mystical pursuits. John Dee was a highly educated and respected scholar. He served as a mathematical advisor for Queen Elizabeth I and was deeply interested in various branches of knowledge, including mathematics, astronomy, and the esoteric arts. Dee had a well-established reputation as an intellectual and sought-after consultant. In contrast, Kelly's background was less distinguished. He lacked the formal education and academic standing that Dee possessed. However, Kelly was reputed to possess certain occult abilities, particularly in the practice of scrying. Upon their meeting, Dee and Kelly formed a partnership that would prove to be both prolific and controversial. They embarked on a shared quest to explore the mysteries of the universe, combining Dee's scholarly knowledge and with Kelly's purported mystical talents. The most famous aspects of their collaboration was their claim to have received communications from angels through a crystal ball or mirror. They documented these messages in a unique language known as Enochian. According to their accounts, these angelic communications provided them with knowledge about the cosmos, spirituality, and instructions for various magical and alchemical operations. Dee and Kelly's activities included experiments in alchemy, the study of astrology, and attempts to contact higher spiritual entities. Their work was driven by a desire to acquire secret knowledge and gain favor with the angelic beings they believed they were communicating with. The duo traveled extensively across Europe, seeking support from various courts and nobility. Their efforts to gain patronage and protection were met with mixed reactions, with some individuals intrigued by their claims and others viewing them with skepticism and suspicion. Edward Kelly's partnership with John Dee marked a unique and unusual collaboration between a learned scholar and a purported mystic. Their mystical pursuits and claims of angelic communication would define their legacy and continue to captivate the imagination of scholars and occultists throughout history. Edward Kelly and John Dee's collaboration was marked by a complex blend of mystical experiences and alchemical pursuits, all driven by a belief in their ability to access hidden knowledge and divine wisdom. The heart of their mystical practices lay in their claimed communication with angelic entities. They believed that they were receiving divine revelations and instructions from these celestial beings. These communications were transcribed in a unique script known as Enochian, which they considered to be the language of angels. The script and the messages they received formed the basis of their esoteric work. The angelic messages conveyed a wide range of mystical and cosmological insights. They believed that they were gaining access to secret knowledge about the universe's structure, the nature of God, and the hierarchy of spiritual beings. These revelations were meticulously recorded in their journals and served as the foundation for their spiritual and philosophical beliefs. Alchemy played a significant role in Dee and Kelly's pursuits. Alchemy in the 16th century was a multifaceted practice that combined elements of chemistry, mysticism, and philosophy. Dee and Kelly sought to transmute base metals into noble ones, but their alchemical experiments were also intertwined with their spiritual quest. They believed that the philosopher's stone, a legendary substance, was the key to material wealth and spiritual enlightenment. Their mystical and alchemical activities included a wide range of magical operations, rituals, and ceremonies. These rituals were often conducted based on the instructions received from the angels. They used symbolic diagrams, sigils, and invocations in their magical work. Some of these rituals were intended to harness supernatural forces or invoke divine favor. Dee and Kelly's partnership was driven by a shared belief that they were chosen to unlock profound secrets that would benefit humanity. They saw themselves as intermediaries between the earthly realm and higher spiritual dimensions. This sense of a divine mission fueled their dedication to their mystical and alchemical pursuits. Their journey took them across Europe, where they sought the support and protection of various nobility and courts. They hoped to find patrons who would sponsor their mystical and alchemical endeavors. However, their experiences were mixed with some individuals intrigued by their claims and others regarding them with skepticism. Dee and Kelly's activities have left a lasting impact on the history of Western esotericism. Their mystical practices, the Enochian language, and their pursuit of the Philosopher's Stone continue to be subjects of fascination for historians, occultists, and scholars interested in the Renaissance era and the development of occult traditions. Edward Kelly and John Dee's unique combination of scholarship and mysticism, along with their claims of angelic communication and alchemical pursuits, make their collaboration a compelling and enigmatic chapter in the history of the occult. Their story highlights the complexity and diversity of beliefs and practices in the Renaissance period. Scrying was a cornerstone of Edward Kelly and John Dee's mystical and occult activities, providing them with a conduit to the spiritual realm and a source of profound revelations. Scrying typically involves the use of a reflective surface, often a crystal ball, water, or a black mirror. The practitioner gazes into this surface in a focused and receptive state of mind, allowing their consciousness to enter altered states. The aim is to receive insights, visions, or communications from the spiritual or supernatural realm. Edward Kelly served as the Scryer in their collaboration. During scrying sessions, he would enter a trance-like or altered state of consciousness, sometimes induced by the use of a crystal or speculum. In this state, he claimed to perceive images and symbols and receive auditory messages from spiritual entities. John Dee played a crucial role as the scribe during these sessions. While Kelly described his visions and reported what he saw and heard, Dee meticulously recorded these experiences in their journals. This documentation included drawings of symbols, Enochian script, and detailed descriptions of the angelic encounters. The most significant aspect of their scrying sessions was their belief that they were communicating with angelic beings. These angels imparted knowledge and guidance to Dee and Kelly. They claimed that the angels revealed secrets about the universe and the nature of God and provided instructions for various mystical and alchemical operations. Often, the scrying sessions were accompanied by intense visionary experiences. Kelly would describe what he saw in great detail, including complex symbols and landscapes. Dee transcribed these experiences into the Enochian language, which they believed was the language of angels. The scrying sessions were highly ritualized, with specific protocols, prayers, and invocations. Dee and Kelly believed that adhering to these rituals was essential for maintaining the purity of their communication with the angelic beings. Symbols, sigils, and specific arrangements of objects were also incorporated into their practices. The information obtained during scrying sessions had a profound impact on their mystical and alchemical pursuits. They believed that the angelic instructions provided the key to achieving their goals, such as finding the Philosopher's Stone or unlocking hidden spiritual knowledge. The claims of scrying and angelic communication were met with skepticism and criticism by some of their contemporaries. Many questioned the authenticity of these experiences, suspecting deception or self-delusion. The scrying sessions in the Enochian language have left a lasting legacy in the world of the occult. They continue to be subjects of study and fascination for those interested in the history of esotericism, mysticism, and the development of magical traditions. The practice of scrying was not only central to the mystical partnership of Edward Kelly and John Dee, but also played a pivotal role in shaping their beliefs, their written records, and the legacy they left behind in the realm of Western esotericism. Edward Kelly and John Dee's travels in Europe were marked by a combination of intrigue, struggles, and complex relationships with rulers and scholars. These travels ultimately led to Kelly's captivity and untimely demise. One of the most significant episodes of their travels was their arrival in Prague, the capital of Bohemia, in 1583. At that time, Bohemia was part of the Holy Roman Empire, and Emperor Rudolf II held the throne. Rudolph was known for his keen interest in alchemy, astrology, and the occult. Dee and Kelly hoped to gain his patronage and support for their mystical and alchemical endeavors. Emperor Rudolph II was receptive to Dee and Kelly's claims and provided them with a degree of financial support and protection. Under Rudolph's patronage, they continued their mystical experiments in alchemical research. However, their time in Prague was not without challenges. Dee and Kelly's presence at the imperial court led to conflicts and rivalries with other scholars and courtiers. Accusations of fraud and deceit began to circulate as some individuals questioned the authenticity of their angelic communications and alchemical claims. In 1589, John Dee returned to England, leaving Edward Kelly behind in Prague. This marked the beginning of Kelly's increasing isolation and difficulties. Kelly's circumstances in Prague grew increasingly precarious. He became entangled in legal and financial troubles and faced accusations of fraud. He was also viewed with suspicion by some members of the court who believed that he was manipulating Emperor Rudolph II for personal gain. In 1591, while still in Prague, Kelly attempted to escape captivity. The details of this escape attempt are somewhat obscure, but it is known that he tried to flee from the tower where he was being held. During the escape, he fell from a window, suffering severe injuries. Edward Kelly's fall from the tower proved fatal, and he succumbed to his injuries on November 1st, 1597. His death marked the end of his collaboration with John Dee and brought an end to a tumultuous and enigmatic chapter in the history of occultism. The circumstances surrounding Kelly's captivity and death remain a subject of historical debate and speculation. Some believe that he may have genuinely believed in his mystical experiences, while others suggest that he may have engaged in acts of deception. Regardless of the mystery surrounding his life and actions, Edward Kelly's legacy endures as a figure associated with the occult, alchemy, and the esoteric traditions of the Renaissance period. His untimely death serves as a poignant conclusion to a life marked by both extraordinary claims and tragic outcomes. Kelly's association with John Dee and their claims of angelic communication made them prime targets for accusations of fraud. Many individuals, including some who initially believed in their mystical pursuits, began to doubt the authenticity of their experiences. The skepticism ranged from questioning the legitimacy of the angelic messages to doubting the alchemical processes they claimed to be engaged in. At the imperial court in Prague and other European locations, Dee and Kelly encountered rivals who were jealous of their association with influential patrons like Emperor Rudolph II. These rivals sought to undermine their standing and cast doubt on their activities. Some even accused them of exploiting their patrons for personal gain. Kelly's life was punctuated by various legal troubles. These included disputes over debts, unpaid bills, and financial obligations. His inability to settle these matters often resulted in legal actions against him, further complicating his life and adding to his reputation as a troubled figure. Kelly faced multiple instances of imprisonment during his lifetime. These periods of confinement were sometimes linked to his financial problems and inability to fulfill legal obligations. Other times, suspicions about his mystical activities may have contributed to his incarceration. Even individuals who were initially sympathetic to Dee and Kelly's mystical pursuits began to question the authenticity of their claims. Some believed that Kelly may have manipulated Dee for his ends, and doubts about the legitimacy of their experiences began to spread. These doubts strained their relationships with supporters and patrons. The controversies and legal difficulties significantly impacted Kelly's reputation. While he had supporters who regarded him as a genuine mystic and alchemist, others saw him as a charlatan who used his mystical claims to evade financial obligations and legal consequences. The conflicting views of his character contributed to the mixed legacy he left behind. The controversies and legal troubles surrounding Kelly's life have left a lasting legacy of debate and discussion. Historians, occultists, and scholars continue to explore the complex dynamics of his partnership with Dee, the authenticity of their mystical experiences, and the extent to which legal issues influence their activities. Edward Kelly's life is characterized by the intertwining of mysticism, alchemy, legal troubles, and controversies. The debates and discussions surrounding his character and the authenticity of his mystical claims persist, making him a subject of ongoing fascination and exploration in the fields of history and the occult. Edward Kelly's legal troubles and controversies had a profound impact on his reputation, shaping how he was perceived by his contemporaries and how he is remembered in history. The impact on Kelly's reputation was characterized by divergent views. While some individuals continued to view him as a mystic and alchemist with genuine spiritual insights, others held a far less favorable opinion of him, seeing him as a figure with a troubled past and a questionable character. Throughout his life, Kelly had both supporters and skeptics. Those who believed in the authenticity of his mystical claims often defended him, attributing his legal troubles to misunderstandings or persecution. In contrast, skeptics regarded him as a charlatan and fraudster who used his mystical pursuits to evade legal consequences. Kelly's repeated financial troubles and unpaid debts contributed significantly to negative perceptions of his character. His inability to manage his finances and fulfill his financial obligations reinforced the idea that he was an unreliable and untrustworthy individual. Allegations of deception, both in his financial dealings and in the mystical realm, further eroded his reputation. Accusations of fraud and manipulation cast a shadow over his credibility and trustworthiness. The divergent views on Kelly's character continue to play a role in historical debates and discussions. Historians and scholars have debated the extent to which Kelly genuinely believed in his mystical experiences and whether his legal troubles were a result of genuine financial struggles or intentional misconduct. Despite the controversies and doubts surrounding his character, Edward Kelly's life and activities continue to be a subject of fascination. The enigmatic nature of his partnership with John Dee, his claims of angelic communication, and the unresolved questions about his motivations contribute to the enduring mystique surrounding his legacy. Edward Kelly's reputation remains a complex and debated aspect of his life. The impact of his legal troubles and controversies have left a lasting imprint on the historical record, ensuring that his character remains a subject of ongoing discussion and exploration in the realms of history and the occult. Edward Kelly's life and activities, though shrouded in mystery and controversy, have left a lasting impact and continue to be influential in several domains. Kelly's collaboration with John Dee is regarded as a pivotal moment in the history of Western occultism. Their claims of angelic communication, mystical insights, and the development of the Enochian language have contributed to the rich tapestry of occult knowledge. Practitioners of contemporary Western esoteric traditions often draw upon their work for inspiration and guidance. The partnership between Dee and Kelly occurred during the Renaissance, a period characterized by a revival of interest in classical knowledge and a profound curiosity about the mysteries of the universe. Their exploration of alchemy, astrology, and the pursuit of hidden wisdom exemplify the spirit of Renaissance occultism, which sought to unify various branches of knowledge into a holistic understanding of reality. Dee and Kelly's writings and journals, which meticulously documented their mystical experiences and angelic communications, are considered significant texts in the study of Western mysticism. Scholars and researchers continue to analyze these writings to gain insights into the beliefs and practices of the era. The symbols, sigils, and rituals associated with Dee and Kelly's mystical practices have become integral components of modern occultism. These elements have been adopted and adapted by practitioners who incorporate them into their own spiritual and magical practices. The Enochian language, created or received during their angelic communications, remains an object of fascination and study. Some occultists and magicians have used the Enochian language for divination, invocation, and other magical purposes. Its cryptic and unique nature adds to its allure. The life and activities of Edward Kelly continue to be the subject of historical debate and inquiry. Historians and scholars are engaged in ongoing research to uncover the historical accuracy of their claims, the complexities of their partnership, and the motivations behind their actions. This scholarly scrutiny keeps their story alive and relevant. Dee and Kelly's story has transcended the realm of academia and has found its way into popular culture. They have been featured in literature, art, and various forms of media, contributing to their enduring presence in the public consciousness. Edward Kelly's mystical experiences and the legacy of his partnership with John Dee have had a profound influence on later figures in the development of occultism. Aleister Crowley, a notable occultist of the 20th century, drew inspiration from Dee and Kelly's work in his mystical pursuits. Edward Kelly's legacy is a testament to the enduring allures of the mysterious and the esoteric. His life and the enigmatic partnership with John Dee continue to inspire curiosity, scholarship, and spiritual exploration, cementing in his place as a figure of enduring interest and significance in the realms of history and the occult. In conclusion, the life of Sir Edward Kelly is a captivating and enigmatic tale that weaves together elements of mysticism, alchemy, occultism, and the Renaissance spirit of exploration. His partnership with John Dee, marked by claims of angelic communication and the development of the Enochian language, has left an indelible mark on the world of Western esotericism. While Edward Kelly's character remains shrouded in controversy and debate, his legacy endures as a symbol of the enduring human fascination with hidden knowledge, spiritual quest, and the pursuit of the mystical. Kelly's story is a testament to the complexities of belief and skepticism, the interplay of the mystical and the mundane, and the enduring power of his mystical practices and writings. His impact is felt not only in the realms of occultism and esoteric traditions, but also in the broader cultural landscape, where his influence continues to be explored in literature, art, and popular culture. In the annals of history, Edward Kelly remains an enigmatic figure whose life and legacy reminds us of the enduring quest for deeper understanding, the allure of the mystical, and the eternal fascination with the mysteries of the universe. Whether regarded as a mystic, a charlatan, or a visionary, his presence continued to echo through the corridors of time, inviting us to ponder the boundaries between the known and the unknown, the material and the spiritual, and the enduring allure of the occult. Thank you very much for watching today's video, and I will see you all next time.